as far as our neighboring states too that are in it. So it'll give you the information that can possibly help you guys. How many of you guys already got jobs lined up? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. And everyone else is looking for jobs or just kind of deciding what you're going to do? Okay. So, how many of you guys going to be over the road haulers? Okay. How many locals? Just planning on working locally. Okay. Huge difference there, as you guys know. The guys are going to be over the road. It's a little bit different than being home every night. Okay. So, you're going to have to do what's right for your family. If you're going to be a local driver, this is going to be good for you too as well. Okay. How many of you guys are in here to make into this business to make money? Everybody, we got a minute. If you didn't raise your hand, there's the door. Okay. Because this is what you're doing. You're feeding your family through this. Okay. So and it's a great profession, guys. You're coming into something that is essential. We need truck drivers, period. I personally can't drive a truck. I could probably drive one from here and park it out there to the back, and if you ask me to back it up, I can't do it. Okay, I don't get the angles. I'm sure somebody worked with me for about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe I might get it, you know. But and number two, I hate driving. I can't stand to drive. So my goddaughter runs track for Drake University, and I chase her every weekend about, and I have to drive to Kansas City or wherever, and I hate it. I literally hate it. I want to stop at every nook and cranny and get out and walk. Okay, so it takes a special kind of person to do what you guys do. Okay, so congratulations to you guys because you're in a profession that's very well needed. If you guys decide, you know what, we're done, we're not moving any more freight anywhere, this country will come to a halt, and it'll have an impact on the entire world. Okay, that's one reason why our jobs are important too. One main aspect of our jobs now is making sure that our roads are clear and people are able to get from point A to point B. The economical impact is very surmountable to what's going on in the world. If there's an accident on the road and it says that road is closed down for hours, it costs millions of dollars. And people are starting to feel that aspect, that impact. Okay, so it's real important that you guys are able to get from point A to point B safely. Okay, and I'm sure they've talked to you guys about hours of service, correct? So everybody's pretty comfortable with that. When Bo comes in here, he's going to talk to you guys a little bit more about the hours of service. My biggest thing is, how many people in here, do you feel like you're willing to drive a little longer than what's normally expected of you to drive? Raise your hand. I mean it's honest, right? Yeah. You're probably going to be put in that position where you're going to drive longer than the 11 hours that you're allowed to, correct? Yes. Okay.
Well,
I mean, that's reality.
If you can't play in the park, you're going to have to, right?
Well, and sometimes that's just planning ahead, right?
Yeah.
Kind of knowing, well, okay, hey, I got a place over here to park. I know if I go further than that, then I'm going to be in trouble. But if your boss is telling you, hey, I got to have this load here by X amount of time, and you're running behind already as it is because your last place that you dropped off, they weren't ready for you, right? And they didn't get everything unloaded correctly until an hour or 2 hours later, and you're within that 14-hour period, and then now you're kind of figuring what's going on here, and you've had to drive a long time, you've had construction, this is construction season, right? Or you're just plain, hey, you know what, I got to get my time in here, because I know that I'm getting paid by the mileage, correct? What are you guys hoping to make for mileage-wise? I don't know, what's the going rate right now? What's a good rate per mileage?
40 cents. 40.
40 cents?
40,
Yeah.
45.
Okay. 45 cents a
They'll
mile.
probably start off a little less than that.
Because they're new.
Because they're new.
Right, you'll have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And then once you start getting in that 45, 50 cents, that's good money. If they paid me by the mileage, I probably would never get out of the car, right? Thinking, I'm going to get my little nest egg together so I can get out of this business one day. But unfortunately, they don't. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be times, I'm not going to lie to you, biggest thing is, and I'll be 100% honest with you, if you look at industry that you guys are in, your companies are the ones that make the rules. They get together on an annual basis and they sit down and they map out what these rules are going to be like, the rules and regulations. Okay, I don't have a book, the books that we work out of, but the influence there is insurance. Okay, the insurance companies have a huge influence on these rules and regulations that they make. Here's the bottom line. You guys are fresh with your new CDLs, brand new, hot off the press, right? You got your Class A's, you got your endorsements to whatever you're going to do. If you're doing hazmat, you're even held at a higher standard, okay? But it boils down to this. Are you insurable? Okay? So that's the question that you have to ask yourself. Am I insurable? Right now, yes, because you're not coming with any baggage, right? Nobody's been written any citations here for your false log or being overloaded or any of those types of things, correct? So right now you're good, but you got to understand when you start accumulating tickets or citations, it will affect your insurability. When you start having accidents, it's going to affect your insurability. Okay, there's something that's called a recordable accident. And that means a reportable accident is if you were towed away from the scene or someone was hurt. Okay, so those are the two big aspects of that. Accidents are very serious. Most of you guys are going to be driving 80,000-pound rigs. You guys are looked at in our world as like the NASCAR drivers, right? NASCAR drivers are the best drivers that are out there. Those guys can drive in circles for days. Okay, and they are very skilled athletes. They are very skilled drivers. They're the best. Well, in this world, you guys are the best. Okay, we're good drivers. Don't get me wrong, but you guys are driving 80,000-pound rigs, and you guys are driving them for long periods of time, and you have to be on the top of your game. It's imperative that you're on the top of your game. So that means when you get tired, you need to know to shut it down. Okay, come on in, Will.
Sure, I'm just gonna make sure you were good and head out.
Yeah, no. I had to get my fishing line and grab you and bring you back in because I got about 25 things to do. But no, I wanted to get this started off for you guys. But I'll say a couple more things and I'll let Bo take over here. Remember, number one is insurability. So, and number two is professionalism. You guys are in a professional industry. You just can't walk into a truck and learn how to drive it. If no one has training in how to drive a truck, have you ever take a 16-year-old kid that knows everything, right? Okay, so you know everything. Jump in that semi and drive it for me. He's going to be like, what are all these buttons and gadgets for? He's not going to know how to drive that, right? It takes training, it takes skill to be able to drive those things day in and day out and to be able to do 1 million miles without having an accident, 2 million miles without having an accident, 3. I've seen the guys, I've shaken their hands, they've given them plaques, okay? That takes skill. That person there, is on top of their game. So when you guys come into this, you got to be on top of your game because the sad part about it is it can cost you your life or it can cost someone else their life. We get involved in a ton of accidents that are fatality accidents. We go in and we investigate them. Sometimes we're your best bud, and sometimes maybe we're not. But the one case that I had was on Interstate 80. We were there. He ended up losing an axle off his trailer. The tire came off of the trailer axle, jumped the Jersey barrier and hit a truck going westbound. Killed the driver instantly and named the passenger. We were there for probably 45 minutes and my phone's ringing. It's a lawyer out of Chicago already wanting to have our inspection. Lawsuits are already beginning. Okay? If you have an accident, know you're going to get sued. That's just the world we live in. Okay? But it's best that you're on the right edge or the right side of that. So make sure that you're getting plenty of rest. Make sure you're getting exercise. Okay? Do you guys do a component for the school, through the school for exercise and physical activity?
We do not. we normally have Active Health come over. I don't think you guys probably were involved in that, but there's a place in Fort Dodge called Active Health. They come over and they talk to them about eating right and exercise, but I don't think this class ended up having that.
Okay, so if you guys can
We
get
do,
something.
actually, we do have a class. In fact, Harlan probably, did he do stress management? I think I did stress management with you guys, didn't I? Yeah. So we talked a little bit about that.
I think it was Bill.
Okay, a little bit about stress management. Is it stressful driving down the road?
Somewhat.
Yeah. You guys see how people drive around you in cars? Do they think that you guys can work wonders and stop on a dime? Have you been cut off yet? Have you been flipped off? You know what I mean? Honked at, road rage, that sort of stuff. Then when you stop at these truck stops, what do they serve? What kind of food do they serve?
Grease.
It's grease, right? So your cholesterol is going to go up, right? Not your good cholesterol, but your bad cholesterol is going to go up. And what happens to your arteries when your bad cholesterol goes up? They get clogged. So you have an opportunity to have a heart attack, correct? So I don't know how many people that we've seen have had heart attacks driving down the road because they start to be stressed. Okay, you have all different types of issues that have been studied that people who are sedentary have health issues. Exercise is probably the absolute best thing you can do to circumvent a lot of those health issues. Okay, so we got a guy that comes over here and eating right. He comes over and he has brown rice and he warms it up over here. He always stops. Hey, Captain, mind if I come in? No, come on in. He throws it in a microwave and he'll warm up his brown rice. He has a route that he comes and he likes to come in here and eat. And then what he does is he walks around the parking lot several times. You know, he'll stop and he'll get out and walk. People are dependent on you guys. You guys are the ones that are bringing home the bacon, correct? So if your health is not good, you're not going to be able to do this job very long. I'll guarantee it will catch up to you. So I can't stress enough how important health is, eating right, not overeating, getting that exercise and knowing what you're eating is good for you instead of all the greasy, fatty foods that people eat at McDonald's. Okay? I know you guys have seen a study of that guy that ate at McDonald's every day and how fat he got. And he stopped eating at McDonald's and how skinny he got. Okay? Fast food is there because it's fast and easy. Doesn't mean it's nutritional. They do have more nutritional things on their menu. So take advantage of that. Those are the things that I would say. And the last thing that I'll say, and Bo, I'll let you get to it, is I'm going to tell you point blank, the longer you're out there, people are going to ask you to do things that may be shady or illegal. Okay? So we get quite a bit of that. It's probably one of the easiest ways to transport things, is especially large quantities, is in a truck. We know that. We have units of people who study this. This is what they do. I've had my evidence room full of marijuana. So bad that we've almost had to close the building that it's in because it stunk so bad. Okay? You got to make that decision when someone comes up to you. It's fast, easy money, but all money isn't good money, right? Especially if it's something that you're hauling, because remember, when you turn the key and you start that vehicle up, you're responsible. That's your baby. You're responsible for all that. Old boy that stopped you in the truck stop and said, hey, let me pay you a little piece of change if you back up here, go get lost, come back, and then take this over here on your way wherever. You don't even know who that guy is. He may hand you a phone and may contact you because he wants to make sure you're not taking off with his goods, but you get stopped and that stuff is in there. It's not hard to put 1 and 1 together and equal 2, right? There goes your career. Now, on top of it, they may own you.
Yeah, and then the courts themselves. I mean,
Absolutely.
depending on what you're hauling and how much, you're looking at 5 to 15 years in prison. That's not where I want to be.
No, especially when you're supposed to be making money for your family, and all of a sudden you're gone for 5 to 15 years, or you're in debt to some people who aren't very nice. People die a lot over that, and we've seen it. Those guys don't play. I mean, we're all adults here, so I'm just telling you, the longer you're out here, the possibility is there for you to see a lot of different things. Sex trafficking.
Mhm.
We have a huge component. Guys, I had a daughter. I don't want my daughter involved in this. I got a son. I don't want my son's involved in this. You know, if someone's seen something, I would implore them to say something so I can get my daughter or son back. You know, law enforcement is really keen to this, and we know that the truck drivers are out there. You guys call them lot lizards, all right? You see lot lizards out there. We need to know these things. I mean, if you see something that's wrong, Bo will probably go over that with you, and we have a number that you can contact. We've had guys that have come through this class and they've seen things and have called and they've made rescues. Okay? And so it's really imperative because he's got that right in his hand right there. So that's good. It's a TAC call, Truckers Against Trafficking. So, you know, we really need you guys in so many ways. It's not even funny, but we need you. We need you on your A game. We need you crisp, you know, ready to rock and roll, and we need you straight. The rules are there. Okay? If you abide by the rules, you're gonna do great. You're not gonna have any issues. I always said, hey, if I was a truck driver, there's no way you'd catch me coming into one of these scales. But if you caught me, you're not gonna catch me doing anything wrong either. Okay? Because I know it comes back to me. And the bottom line is, you're never willing to do something that you're not willing to suffer the consequences for. Bottom line. How many people in here want money? Want large amounts of money? Okay? Why don't you go rob a bank? Because you know you'll probably get caught, and if you do, you're going to prison, right? So you're going to figure out some way to get it legally. So you do what you're willing to accept the consequences for. If you're willing to accept the consequences of getting caught and going to prison, then probably you'll rob a bank. Okay, just an analogy. So stay on top of your game. Abide by the rules. Know that it's all on you. Okay, we need you out here. We need each and every one of you guys out here. Okay, it's a great profession. Have a great career. Know the rules and regulations. Knowledge is power. Okay, sit down and read the rules and regulations. There's nothing there that's a secret. Am I right, Bo?
Yep.
Everything that you can catch, everything that is on the internet. Everything. It's all on the internet. All you gotta do is Google. What do I need? There it is. Read it. If you don't understand it, ask someone who does. Okay? Educate yourself. Be the professional. Okay? Plan on if this is your profession, you want to do this for years and years, you got to set the course to be successful during that time. Okay? Well, I'm going to let you go.
All right.
Through this, I got some stuff I got to do. The first thing I got to do is grab me a